Mic check 1 2 1 2. So today we're looking at an album. I think I mentioned it in a post recently, but this is the new project that dropped from Statik Selektah and Slaine. This was October 24th, so this ain't that long ago. This is a really fire project. This is 11 songs. It's 34 minutes, but Slaine went crazy on this shit, and I'm very familiar with Slaine. He's a veteran in underground hip hop in general. He's linked up with a lot of the best people in the game. He was on that legendary golden era underground circuit in the early 2000s. I had no idea that he was connected with Statik Selektah, but it makes a lot of sense. Statik Selektah is connected with a lot of people, and so is Slaine. So yeah, it makes sense. Slaine is an artist that hails from Massachusetts, I believe, specifically Boston, and that's where some of my family is from. So I'm real glad that he is regarded as one of the top MCs out there and putting Boston on his back, because this album right here, he went the fuck in on these verses. This is like a lyricist ballet. Listen Up is a dope track. I really like this one. I feel that the beat is interesting, so I'm just gonna
Statik Selektah.
Beat boys and girls, listen up. Listen up. Beat boys and girls, listen up. Listen up.
For many years I've been ruthless along any 16 or 2-minute song. Aim for the head, hot on my sleeve is punitive. I'm in love and war, never more true to the form. You heard the news, but the rumors are wrong. If they ain't defaming your name, they're tooting your horn. So we drop like a nuclear bomb. When you wrong, stupider, on Jupiter, gone. Shoot for the stars, but at the end of the day, fate will separate the truth and the lies. I survived in the death trap, back from the killing fields. Out the other side, now they ask if he still is real. Clear as day in my city, I'm a pillar still. My focus in my pen, never been as ill. Fair to say, I'm still live in effect. Back rocking with more static for y'all to select. Listen.
Beat boys and girls, listen up. Listen up. Listen up. Beat boys and girls, listen up.
So the thing about that track that I really like is it's not just the beat that's dope, it's not just the verses that's dope, but the cuts and scratches are sick too. The Nas sample, I believe, is from I might be tripping, but I think this is from the song I Can, which is a legendary song from the early 2000s. I've never heard someone scratch the vocals from that song on a beat, and that shit sound dope as hell. But at the same time, this is a really dope ode to hip hop. And this album, it features Master Ace, OT the Real, King Crooked, Terminology, Rasheed Chappelle, Ill Bill, Paul Wall, Hill Supreme, Millies. Shout outs to Millies. Millies is an artist I briefly talked about in a previous album, but he's one of the, I don't want to say one of the best freestylers, but if you check his freestyles, I think you'll see you'll see where he's at. The features on this album are crazy, but at the same time, I feel like Slaine just stayed in his bag, but he was on a lyricist fucking streak with this album. A lot of these verses are just hard hitting. You can really break down his bars and look back like, damn, this is some. That's one thing about Slaine. He's always been able to some of the shit he was saying, when you try to visualize it, it's like, yo, this is dope. But at the same time, it's like he'd be talking about like cathedrals and stained glass pictures and crazy shit. I really like it though. I really like it. And at the same time, I like the fact that he don't try too hard. He's in his bag, but it's just, he turned up the notch, because like to me on this, he sound different. Not just his voice, it sounds like a little bit harsher in a good way, because I like how his voice, it sounds like darker, but The wordplay, the verses themselves, he's talking about some other shit this time around. I feel like on every single track he's proven that. So that dope track, this track, Crumble God, is dope as hell too.
Statik Selektah.
Sometimes you gotta accept without an answer why. There's certain universal truths that we can't deny, but somehow got caught up in this avalanche of lies, under the illusion that we always had the chance to fly. Amplified by a phantom vibe, I romanticize, tantalized by the same pain in a damsel's eyes, and only hanging on to strings of abandoned ties. Could I learn to let go of what I can't survive? Perhaps the error is I'm always in pursuit of shit, wrestling with destiny, trying to get the shoe to fit. Testaments and effigies burning in a sea of flames. This is higher learning, I know things will never be the same. What a way to think, dreams dissolve, buckle from the weight of wealth. I've seen it all, A to zinc, sway to felt. I'm cut from a different cloth. You ain't playing me, no, you played yourself. Now you don't exist at all. I went from a vicious dog to this evolved. This is all love and war, nothing fair over here. Still hungry and grubbing more. Take a look around your circle, tell me which one is fraud. Virtue dead, love is lost, statues of a crumbled god.
Let us pray.
Yeah, that's a 17 piece right there. But that just goes to prove like he's really in his lyricist bag on his album for no reason at all. But I'm with it 100%. So there's a track with Ill Bill and Paul Wall on here, and that's actually the first track I heard from this a couple weeks ago. It just basically showed up on Spotify, and I had no idea this was gonna be an album. But I was like, oh, okay, dope. I ain't heard Slaine in a while or Paul Wall, but man, this album is ridiculous. King Crooked has one of the illest punchlines I've ever heard at the end of his song. Like it's a line that I had to break down 4 times just trying to figure out how the fuck did you put this together, and then how did you separately get this to rhyme with your verse? This ain't no shit that you just write a verse and then you're like, oh, okay, let me top it off with this last one. Nah, you had this one somewhere written in a hidden drawer at your house and pulled it out and was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna write a whole verse to rhyme with this ending because this ending's so good. I gotta have that ending on there. And all that shit I just said is made up, but that's how I imagine it, because the ending line that he puts on this track Gusto is so ridiculous. OT the Real brings his shit. Master Ace as well. I love hearing Master Ace. Hearing Master Ace on this album for once, it surprised me. I didn't know that they would know each other or be down, but great selection. OC as well. OC and Apathy have a fire ass album. OC is a member of DITC crew. For those that don't know, Digging in the Crates. OC is a legendary artist, and he's kind of been in the shadows as well, along with Slaine. Slaine's been in the shadows. His face ain't even in this picture for some random reason, but it just goes to show he's in the shadows. But I'm kind of like, damn, yeah, drop one of these every now and then. This is a fire ass album, and I kind of see why it came out October, because this feels like an October album. But one thing that's cool is now I can really just basically do this and just
Till with defiance, but still arriving and humble. You learn to ride and you rumble.
It's a crazy fucked up world we live in. I accept that my perceptions are shaped by the acceptance of life's lessons. But you get at it your own way. You
Started off with the passion, a plan. Went from all star to y'all with the package of gram.
closer to the finish line.
yeah. So one of my homies was talking about me playing music in my reviews, but I've been doing that this whole time. But that's there now if people want me to play customized shorts pre-selected of every single song. That's just an option, but I've always chosen what songs I think people should hear, so in that way it's up to them to go hear the rest of the album. But I know people ain't even gonna watch this, so all this shit I'm saying right now is a waste of time. But if anyone does peep this, go peep the album. Like, don't just watch me review it. If you have access to it, go find it, because a lot of people, what they love to do is recommend me movies, recommend me fucking websites, books, TV shows, but no one can ever show me something. No one can ever show me why I should go spend time or waste time doing it. I got so much shit I could be doing, But people can never show me why I should go spend my time on their recommendation. And lots of times people don't have no flavor, so I'm not doing that. But the whole purpose of me doing these album reviews is because I'm literally showing you why you should go listen to said album or said songs or said producer or said artist. And if that's not good enough, here we go. Charles River Recovery happens to be a rehab center, a really nice looking rehab center. Probably costs a lot of money to put this together. But one of the things that people need to know is that the shit that I be talking about is bigger than rap. This is Slaine right here. He's one of the co-founders of Charles River Recovery, which is a successful, very nice looking, well thought out, well put together rehab center in his state, which is Massachusetts. So shout out to him. Shout out to him to being a co-founder to this, and shout outs to all the members of Charles River Recovery. They're available 24/7. These are some of their services. Their website, the link is right here for you to check out yourself, the viewer. I've always wanted to point out that a lot of the albums I review, it's not just the music. It's not just hip hop. Lots of times it's deeper than hip hop. Lots of times these artists are doing stuff in the background that you wouldn't know unless you talk to a real hip hop media person, which is me. Can you imagine a dude from the West Coast being up on this much information, but instead of watching the videos, people instead have to tell me what I need to do to get their viewership? Can you imagine that shit? Did any of you guys know that the movie The Town featured said artist whose album I'm currently reviewing? This is a picture of Slaine right here. So for those that don't know, he's an actual actor. He's been in box office movies, and this is just one of them. Jeremy Renner, Slaine. I'm assuming that the dude in the green shirt's name is Owen Burke, but this is The Town from 2010. Legendary movie. Some people were familiar with it, know what it's about. But Massachusetts apparently is the bank robbery capital of America. I'm not gonna rate that movie because I'm not gonna rate that right now. But this is I don't know why it says docudrama, but it's a heist movie, true crime, drama, thriller, all that. But Slaine is, in my opinion, one of the main characters of this movie. This is a well-established lyricist, rapper, co-founder, and actor. And he's in a movie with Blake Lively, one of the baddest looking women walking this earth. I'm gonna keep it 100. Ben Affleck killed his role, and I think he directed this too. Yeah, he directed this movie. So I think, and maybe I'm tripping, but I think this was the first movie. Nah, let me not say that. But this was the first movie I saw that Ben Affleck directed, and that's the reason why I really paid attention on this movie. But I don't know, this movie worked. I don't like how him and her meet. That shit drives me crazy every time I see it. But that shit makes the movie, so it's I guess I can't trip. But even just seeing this little trailer right here, you kind of get a glimpse of what the movie is about, and you see Slaine there as well. It's dope to see one of your legends pursue things like this. But once again, you wouldn't know about this type of stuff if I didn't talk about it. So with that said, I don't need to do no hip hop report cards. Peace out, y'all.